The Pioneers fall to the Limestone Saints 74-68, stay a half game in second in the Mountain Division. Carson Newman off today as the Pioneers fall to Limestone, joined by Pioneer coach Meagan Price. And first half, I think the second quarter, last two games, second quarter woes really reared its ugly head here today. And it was just, you wanted to move the basketball in that first half, and we just had that inability to do so in that second quarter.
Yeah, I thought so too, and then I thought we did a great job coming back out in the third and really, putting it to them because we outscored them 24-14.
Yeah.
And, it's just those couple of lulls, too, down that stretch where we had the lead, I think, by 5 going into the fourth. And then we don't execute well and don't get anything out of it. And we've got to be playmakers right there. And we had a silly turnover. We had a couple silly turnovers just passing to the post. And then just having to take, not great shots at the end because we're not working the basketball and creating for each other.
Yeah.
So I think that stretch really hurt us where they came back and cut it to 1 right there in the fourth quarter early on.
Yeah, you had an 8-point lead to go on a 7-0 run. You were good. You only had 10 turnovers. You forced them into 17. When they were bad, you were scoring off their turnovers. That was the third quarter. And when you were bad, you were turning it over, and they were scoring off those turnovers because they didn't do it a whole bunch today.
Yeah.
But they were fortunate to do that. So you basically take 3 minutes out of this game, and I think you win comfortably. However, that's not the case here today.
Yeah, and the one thing I will say, I thought, our energy defensively for the first half, minus a couple of things that we slipped up on, I thought we did a great job executing our game plan and doing what we wanted to do. And it got them out of a rhythm a little bit. But then, they made some lucky shots, but that's where I keep going back to, we got to make some lucky shots, and then we got to slide over and help. And I think it's things we've talked about, and I think that's the frustration level we're at right now is just it's things that we continuously talk about, and we're battling injury right now, and we're trying to figure out how we're going to put pieces together. But, at this point, we got 7 games left. So, we're going to have to figure it out, and we're going to have to figure out down those stretches where we need to make some changes.
0 for 9 to start the second half from 3. And some of those looks
I just got done
really
talking
good
at halftime, too, about, hey, we haven't shot it well from the 3. Let's get downhill, So that's a big thing for me, too, is understanding the game. I think we've kind of gone backwards a little bit in understanding the pace of the game and that we have the lead and what shots we should take. I don't think we're taking good shots down stretches when we have a lead in the fourth quarter.
Good shot selection was that for McCray. And again, I don't always think it was good shot selection, but she's a good player, and she made some big-time shots, down the stretch. Some stuff that she hasn't done a whole lot this year. I thought we D'd her up really good. And Cargo was the other factor in the game. I felt when she needed to take a shot or make a shot,
she made some big ones. Yeah, she made some big ones, I thought, and she hasn't been shooting it that well, So, but that's where those adjustments, when she makes one, I thought we did a better job getting up on her, except for one other slip up. And then there's a couple of kids that we, were sagging on because they haven't made that many threes, and then they make a 3, but that's part of the game. We want the same thing from our aspect. Yeah. And so I think we're going to have to find a way to get back in rhythm and really find out who we are down those stretches.
I thought in the second half, Blair Schultz was going to single-handedly bring you back into it today. She was everywhere for a period. She had 7 assists. She had those 4 steals, the 19 points. She didn't have to rebound it today as much, but it was a point that I felt like she was the only person on the floor for the longest time because she was the only person doing a lot.
Yeah, I agree. And, that's where, I suspend her energy and I want to get her out for a couple minutes and get her rest, which I've been talking about doing. But it's just so hard because of what she brings to the table. I was proud of Maya today, too, because I know she's not feeling great, and for her to still have 13 points and 7 rebounds for us, I thought was really big, too. We got to get through this injury spell right here, and we got to nurse ourselves back to health, and then figure out how to get some dubs.
I think for this, I think a lot of teams go through this type of season where you have success, and then you're trying to figure it out and trying to struggle around a little bit. There's only 2 ways they can go. It can make you better, or you can continue down this path, and I think you're veteran enough to get this figured out.
Yeah, I think so, too. And then how many times is Alyssa Walker going to go 0 for 8 from the 3? That's a big thing to me. I know she's back and in stride, but it's
Never.
There's things like she's wide open taking those shots, and I'm not mad at them because she makes those in practice. But, yeah, we're a veteran team. We'll get it figured out. Yeah. And I know one thing about us, we have the people with the fire who will bounce back and who will get us back together.
No doubt. Coach, thanks. I'm fortunate today.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Meagan Price, the Pioneers fall today to Limestone. We'll wrap it up when we continue with more of your Pioneer postgame. Limestone 74, Tusculum 68, Pioneer basketball on the Pioneer Sports Network.